It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Sharps Brewery and it's a bottle of their Sea Fury Special Ale coming in at 5% ABV in a 500ml bottle. I've not had a Sharps beer for a long time. Some of you might remember all that way back, probably 2012. It was 2012. Because it was the arrival of 4G. I remember 4G coming out. That I actually did a collaboration with Sharps Brewery. We did a black IPA together a long time ago. So put it into YouTube if you're interested in looking at a much younger version of me. Sharps Brewery black IPA. And you'll see me and Stuart Howe brewing together. And it was pretty cool. Pretty cool day. Back then Stuart Howe was the head brewer of Sharps Brewery. There's the bottle cap. Without further ado, let's get the beer out. Ooh, into a glass and see what we get. I picked this beer up from the local supermarket. It's widely available as a supermarket beer. I just fancied something easy drinking this evening. Whoever's been watching the live feeds, I finally finished my fireplace and I've been burning paint off a Victorian fireplace for the last 2 days, and I fitted it today. Dug out all the rubble and fitted this fireplace against the wall, so I need to wash the dust away basically. So we got a 2-finger, slightly off-white head, a nice dark amber coloured beer, good levels of carbonation. Let's get the aroma. It looks very nice. Smells, that smells very promising. It smells a little bit like a dark mild. Roasty and toasty and biscuity and bready. I wouldn't say burnt toast, more of a kind of a golden, where you've got your toast perfect and you've slapped a load of butter on it. That golden coloured toast. It smells great. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. This takes me way back to when I first started reviewing beer on YouTube. Back when I first started the channel, didn't know an awful lot about beer. Used to go to the supermarket, generally used to buy what was on offer. Some of the supermarkets used to have a £1 bottle of real ale once a week, and I generally pick that up for review. And this, it just takes me right back to them early days, them like cutting my teeth in the beer world. Getting to know the flavours and the tastes and where the breweries were from and just learning my trade, if you like. And it was a very interesting experience because I went from a regular best bitter drinker to drinking all of these lovely, weird and wonderful dark ales and stouts and porters and strong golden ales and that sort of thing. A nice mouthfeel, the rich and creamy mouthfeel going on. It's slightly metallic. You get that kind of big brewery metallic kind ofness about the beer. But on the flip side of that, you get a little bit of roastiness, a little bit of toastiness coming through. It's okay. I mean, this beer in the supermarket will cost you no more than £2 as of 2020. It'll cost you no more than £2. If you want something crafty, a craft beer these days in a can, you'd be paying, well, just like a Tesco's range of £3 to £3.50 for their beers. And you can see that, okay, this is £2. It's nearly half the price of a £3.50 can of beer in Tesco, and it probably reflects that in terms of flavour. It's half the flavour of something of £3.50 in a can. that's okay. That's okay. I don't think we all want to drink £3.50 cans of beer on a day-to-day basis, because it would be very expensive. There's times where you want something, not a 4-pack can of like cheap best bitter, but you want something with a little bit of flavour. I mean, you can regularly buy these beers for £5, which would make it less than £2. So it's okay. It's midweek, easy drinking, fancy a beer after messing around with fireplaces all day and dust on your lungs. Something just to wash it all away. It will never be the best beer in the world, but equally, I won't be pouring it down the sink either. Substantial and satisfying. Sea Fury is an exceptional example of the special bitter beer style brewed with specialty malts. It offers substance and depth of flavour without compromising balance and drinkability. Sea Fury Special Ale takes its inspiration from the stormy Atlantic seas that crash into the rugged Cornish coast during the long dark winter. This substantial and satisfying beer was first brewed in 1996 to satisfy demand for local fishermen for a strong ale to enjoy after long and often perilous stints at sea. Back in 1996, I'll give you a little bit of the history of the brewery now if you like. Yes, this probably was brewed in 1996, but back then it was a small, very small independent brewer. They were purchased, I think, around 2008, 2009, that sort of era, by Molson Coors. Molson Coors were looking for another brand that would replace well, this is what I think anyway, my own personal feeling on this. They wanted to replace Worthington's. People were fed up of drinking Worthington's Cream Flow. I know I was. Bland, horrible stuff. So they bought the Sharps Brewery brand and they literally stuck Doom Bar everywhere. Doom Bar literally kind of went everywhere, and it replaced your Worthington's Cream Flow. And then they've got the, because I would say Doom Bar is probably 95% of Sharps Brewery's capacity. They probably brew 95% of the capacity of that brewery for Doom Bar alone. So this is a specialty ale, but I'm gonna put my neck on the line here and say this would have been a totally different beer in 1996. It would have been something very similar to this in the look, something very similar in the aroma. It's got a lovely aroma, but I think it would have a little bit more of a biscuit flavour. Everything that the beer has today, but much kind of more prominent. Little bit of bitterness on the back end, a fruitiness coming through, a roasty toastiness, but it's all very subtle. I imagine this beer was full on almost roast malts coming through, full on red malts, full on biscuity flavours. Let's rate it. Sea Fury Special Ale by Sharps Brewery. For the price, for the money, it's a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!